everybody, welcome. My name is Kurt, aka the Vitruvian Gamer, and I'm here with a new unboxing video because, wow, finally, after a long time, this game, Darkest Night 2nd Edition by Victory Point Games, designed by Jeremy Leonard, arrived at my doorstep. This has taken a while, wow. But, okay, before I'm going to unbox this big heavy box here, I want to tell you already that I do not have the miniatures. Although I backed the miniatures, I didn't get them because, well, they offered a refund if you want to cancel the miniatures. And well, there was a previous video of Victory Point Games where they showed off the miniatures, and honestly I didn't like what I saw there. So after a lot of deliberation, I decided not to get them and get the refund. So, although I wanted to show you awesome cool miniatures, I wasn't sure I was going to get a product that I really wanted. So I am one of the people who decided to get a refund. Well, it might be a bad thing, might be a good thing, I don't know. I will not regret it, that's sure. There are cool standees inside of the box. Well, I hope so. I haven't opened the box yet. I just removed the plastic. That's all I did. Now let's go and look at the back first. So Darkest Night, you can already see a little bit how the game looks like. So it is a 1 to 5 player game that takes about 2 to 3 hours for ages 14 and up. And well, as you already can see here, there is a lot inside of the box. So let's just look inside now. I'm going to turn around this box, probably making way too much noise for the microphone. And, well, let's open this box. Let's zoom out a little bit. There we go. That way you can still read the title. Awesome. Alright, first there is a rulebook. So let's take a look at the rulebook. It's not that big. I expected a bigger one. So it's 25 pages though there. Alright, so it's big enough, that's it, but it looks like it has enough pictures with examples and stuff to show you how things work, so that looks pretty cool already. There is a compendium, wow, so, oh yeah, and that tells about every hero in detail. That's cool, that can be very useful, because I think there's a lot of things going on in this game, so that might be very useful to have, so you can look back at that if needed. Let's see, this is, well, I think a player aid where you get the icons explained and the blights. So there are blights in the game that have different effects on the location where they are. So that's a cool thing to have close by, I think. Very important to have. All right, what else do we have here? We have the blights themselves, the tokens. And let's just take one out to see how the quality is, and that's decent quality. It's really sturdy, nice thickness as well, and the artwork on it looks pretty neat as well, and it's both double-sided, so pretty cool. So that seems all just fine to me. Their catalog, so if you want to buy more products, I'm still interested in this one, Dawn of the Zeds. Should get that one day maybe. I have Nemo's War, but yeah, I'll take a look at that later. There we go. Then we have, wow, all the hero standees. Look how many choices you have. There is a standee also for the Necromancer, the big bad guy in this game. And also here, let's take just a look. For example, the Tinkerer, the standee. Very nice quality. This is really nice quality. I cannot complain about this. Cool artwork, really great artwork in this game. Let's get a closer look at some of the other figures here. Look at that, pretty neat. I'm very happy with that. All right, more tokens, as you can see, which probably do different things. The active and inactive tokens here for your skills or special abilities. Spark tokens, I think. Now, it has been a while since I saw things about this game. I've seen playthroughs of it, of the prototype and of the first edition, but it has been a long time, so I don't know everything anymore. But hey, I'm very eager to find out again. More tokens, so there's a lot of stuff in this box, as you can see. And now we come to the big part, of course, the board itself. Oh, I thought it was going to be bigger, but it's pretty cool. It's big enough, that's for sure. So this is the board, and I'm sorry about the glare. I'm filming not in my game room, but in my living room, and the lights are not perfect here. But look at the board, pretty cool. Also here, nice artwork, and this reminds me a little bit of Diablo or something like that. So that's pretty cool. So that looks cool. The darkness track here, and all the different locations. So that's pretty awesome and looks really well. It's a sturdy board, nothing wrong with that. Not that I'm looking for things that are wrong, that's for sure, but well, the minis got me a little bit worried, I must say. All right, of course, the standees to put the standee heroes in, of course. Dice, and I think these might, I'm not sure, but these might be Kickstarter exclusive, these dice, instead of normal D6s. They look cool, they're nice, so that's pretty cool to have as a bonus. And let's go ahead and just take a quick look at the only miniature that I have, the Necromancer. And this, well, it's not bad, but as you can see, this is one of the parts that got me worried. I also saw these things happen in the video of Victory Point Games. His staff is completely bent. Now you can fix this with apparently with hot water and stuff like that. I've never done that before, so I'm going to put it against his feet. It stays a little bit like that, but I didn't want to do all the effort of making him, putting them in hot water or warm water and straightening them and let them then cool down. Now, the biggest thing I was worried about was the platform where they're on, and it's not bad, this one, but I saw pictures of worse, that they were warped and stuff like that. This is still okay, but the sculpt is nice. I really like the sculpt, but I think I'm not too sad of not having all the miniatures. But this one is cool, so I'll probably play with this as the bad guy instead of his standee. So that's the miniature, the only one I have. I had plans of having them all, but well, I don't. All right, let's see how this opens. These are the hero boards, I think. And that was one thing also that I saw. These are not cardboard, so these are flimsy. It's not too bad. It probably will be okay, but still, I prefer player boards to have some sturdiness to it, so that was a little bit disappointing. On the other hand, they look cool, right? They are very beautiful. Again, the artwork, now you can see it bigger than with the standees. Very cool artwork. We have an acolyte, an alchemist, a bard, a channeler, a conjurer, crusader, druid, and as you can see, there is a lot of choice to play with. And a nice mix of male and female characters, also pretty cool. The nymph, and again, I think there are quite a bit of characters that are exclusive for the Kickstarter, that they got unlocked with stretch goals. I'm not sure anymore. As I said, it's been a long time since the Kickstarter was active. So shaman, a tamer. So I'm going to have a hard time choosing which characters to play with. They're all pretty cool. Wayfarer with cool falcon, I think, I'm not sure. Wind dancer, wizard. We're at the D, and we're completely around the track. So that's a lot of things. Again, I would have preferred to have cardboard piece player boards, but hey, it's like it is. All right, let's open this part here. And as you can see, these are big cards, right? So these are tarot size cards. Apparently the first edition had normal size card for this, and these are map cards and event cards, and they are big cards, very cool. And as you can see, it tells what happens It has some beautiful artwork. I'm not sure that I'm crazy about the how it is shown with the circle. Maybe would love to have more of the artwork shown, but hey, they're cool. They do their job, and the quality is pretty well as well. So that's cool. Very cool cards. Yeah, the map cards. So sometimes you have to draw these, and then you know what you have to place in the location where you're at. One of the 7 locations on the board. There is something with colors. I think that's something that you can add to the game. I'm not sure anymore, but hey, so these are nice big cards for sure. Let's go to the next pile. Again, a big stack of cards. So that's pretty cool, right? These are awesome big cards and a lot of them. So a lot of events, as you can see, because there are more events, and artifacts as well. Artifacts that you can find and which give you, of course, special powers or abilities to do. And again, pretty cool artwork and more of these. Oh, this one looks menacing, a demon. More of these event cards. Awesome. And as you can see, there's a lot of them. So a lot of variability in this game. Then let's show you more of cards. These are normal size cards, like poker size cards, I guess. And these are for the heroes. So there's a lot of decks of cards because each hero has its own cards. So as for example, the Exorcist, as you can see, has a stack of cards with special abilities, and I guess there are some that you can start with and maybe you can get more of them. I'm not sure how it works, but as you can see, for each character there's a lot of options, because I think you only play with 3 each time. So very cool. Each character has its own back on the card, so you of course know which character they belong to, and all of them have this cool. It's a special way to show you this artwork, but it works, of course. It shows you what is done. It must have been a big job of finding out all these symbols or these icons for all these special actions, because they're all different for each and every one of them. So that's pretty cool. As you can see, this is probably the bard, yes, with the music here. That's pretty cool. Nice job. They did well in this case. So now I'm going to end it here, I guess. I could show you all of it, but I think you have an idea already how they all look like, because these all are more piles of these skill cards. As you can see, very cool for each character. Oh, there's something else here. I can show you more. So these are all the hero skill cards that I already found. And what do we have here? Oh, mystery cards. So you have mystery cards as well. An ancient ritual, antique trader, bastion. Pretty cool. All of these mystery cards. Not going to show you too many of them. I want to let you discover that yourself. But that's pretty cool. So I probably go through all these piles, right? Hey, if you're sick of watching this, you can just stop watching. So I'm going to show you everything. So more of the characters: prince, a priest, paragon, nymph, mesmer. Let's take a look at the other sides. A bloom, earth melt, equinox. As you can see, all different pictures to show you what they are. But that's cool. That's pretty cool. There we go. Now, again, about the miniatures, I was disappointed by it. I was also disappointed by how long it took before I got the game, before everybody who backed the game got the game. That was really long. It was my longest wait for a Kickstarter, my most delayed Kickstarter project that I backed. So that was sad, and I tried not to give them a hard time. Besides of the refund that I took their offer to the refund. I didn't ask for them in the first place, but when they offered it, I did so. But besides that, I didn't give them too hard of a time. I always took their side on, well, because sometimes it's better to take a lot of time and make it happen good. But the miniatures, that's a sad thing. But besides this, a great insert as well, by the way. Quality of the cards is awesome. All these icons, the artwork, the board, the big size cards for the events, and the artifacts are so cool. And as you can see, every card has a different symbol here. Pretty cool. So I cannot wait to play it. These are quest cards. I finally found some other different cards. So you can have quests that you want to do in a certain time, a certain amount of rounds. You have to have a certain amount of successes, and this tells you, of course, what you need to do to have a success. So pretty cool. Again, more artwork. Look at this. It's cool. It's really nice artwork. Evil Shant. There's a lot of information on the card, so the artwork has to be small. I would have loved to have these in bigger pictures, because this is really cool. Look at this. Very nice artwork like this. So that's it. That's what is inside of this big box of stuff. A lot of cards, as you can see. Nice thick cardboard. Some baggies to put everything in, and cool dice. Again, not sure if these are in the retail version as well. Not sure. A pretty decent miniature. Yeah, I guess I'll do the hot water or the warm water trick to put this stuff the way it should be. Maybe I'll risk painting this, and it's not too bad. But still, I'm not sad that I didn't get the full set of miniatures. I'm happy enough with the standees. They look awesome. The artwork, of course, comes... That's the good thing about playing with these standees, because you have the great artwork in front of you then if you do it. Because this is cool artwork, and of course if you have a miniature, you do not have the beautiful colorful artwork. And I could never paint him as pretty as these, that's for sure. So, my friends of the channel, this is what's inside of the box of Darkest Night 2nd edition. Oh yes, and we end with the box fart. That's a great way to end this video. I thank you all for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Feel free to comment below if you want to say anything. And well, that's it for now. Thanks again, and I hope to see you all in the future. Bye bye.